May 19th, 2012, 88th minute. Bayern Munich 1, Chelsea 0. Didier Drogba rises above two defenders and delivers the header that silenced 70,000 Germans. But this wasn't just any goal. It was the moment that proved why defenders had nightmares about facing this man. To Chelsea fans, he was their warrior. To defenders, he was their worst nightmare. And to football history, he became the ultimate clutch player. This is the story of how Didier Drogba became the striker who terrified defenders. Born in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, Drogba's journey was anything but easy. Moving between relatives, settling in France, overlooked by scouts, too raw, too skinny. But at Marseille, everything changed. 32 goals in a single season. The strength, the headers, the chaos in the box. When Roman Abramovich wanted a striker for Chelsea's revolution, Mourinho chose Drogba. At Stamford Bridge, defenders discovered their nightmare had arrived. 2004 Stamford Bridge, a new Chelsea era. From the very first training sessions, his teammates knew he was different. John Terry once admitted, facing Drogba in training was horrible. Too strong, too quick, too good in the air. You just couldn't switch off. And that was the Drogba effect. He didn't just beat you, he wore you down. If Thierry Henry was elegant, Ruud van Nistelrooy was clinical. Didier Drogba was deadly. But here's the thing that really made Drogba terrifying. He wasn't just good. He was good when it mattered most. Drogba scored 10 goals in 10 finals for Chelsea. FA Cups, League Cups, Community Shields, and of course, the Champions League. A shooting accuracy of 78% in finals versus 65% league average. Think about that. Most players struggle under the pressure of a final. Drogba lived for it. He waited for those nights, and defenders knew, no matter how quiet he looked, he would punish you when the moment came. Coming up, the penalty that made 70,000 Germans cry. But first, let's see how it all started at the Millennium Stadium. Let's start with his very first English trophy. 2005, the League Cup final. 74,500 at the Millennium Stadium. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Drogba bullied Liverpool's backline all game, and in extra time, he delivered, chesting down a cross and hammering it past Jerzy Dudek. Chelsea lifted the cup, Drogba's first in England. It set the tone. Finals were Drogba's personal stage. Fast forward 2 years. The FA Cup final, 89,826 in attendance at New Wembley. Chelsea versus Manchester United. The game dragged into extra time. Both sides were exhausted. But Drogba didn't get tired. He thrived on chaos. A 1-2 with Frank Lampard, one perfect finish, and Drogba had scored the first ever winning goal at the new Wembley. Wembley became Drogba's personal hunting ground. 2009, another Wembley final, this time against Everton. Louis Saha scored after just 25 seconds, the fastest goal in FA Cup final history. But Drogba didn't panic. He led Chelsea's response, scoring the equaliser with a towering header. Chelsea went on to win 2-1. The script was becoming predictable. If it's a final, Drogba scores. Stay tuned to see how one header changed Champions League history forever. Then came 2010. Chelsea chasing a historic league and cup double. The FA Cup final against Portsmouth. Tense, nervy, chances wasted. Until Drogba stepped up with one of the best free kicks Wembley has ever seen. Right foot, off the post, in. Chelsea sealed the double. Drogba once again was the difference. But Munich would eclipse everything we've just witnessed. But it wasn't just finals. Certain clubs saw Drogba as their personal executioner. Ask the Arsenal fans. He scored 13 goals in 15 games against them. William Gallas later admitted, "We just couldn't stop him. He was too powerful." Every time Chelsea met Arsenal, Drogba made sure they suffered. And that reputation grew. Not just a scorer, but a bully who thrived on breaking defenders mentally. But everything we've seen was just preparation. In Munich, Drogba would face his ultimate test and deliver the most iconic header in Champions League history. Munich 2012, nothing defines Drogba's career more than this game. The Champions League final, 70,000 Bayern fans at the Allianz Arena. Bayern Munich dominated Chelsea from start to finish. 82 minutes gone. Thomas Müller scores. Chelsea's dream is dying in front of 70,000 Bayern fans. Then, Mata delivers a corner. Drogba rises between Dante and Boateng and delivers the header that changed Champions League history forever. Extra time, Bayern get a penalty, Arjen Robben steps up, and Petr Cech saves. Chelsea are still alive. 120 minutes of football gone. Everything comes down to this: penalty shootout. And who else but Drogba to take the final penalty? One step, side netting, back of the net, game over. Chelsea's greatest night, and it belonged to Didier Drogba. So what made Drogba so terrifying? Strength. He could hold off two defenders at once. Aerial dominance, 2.8 meters jump height. Corners and free kicks felt like penalties when Drogba was in the box. Relentless mentality, he chased, battled, fought for every ball. Clutch gene, he delivered in the moments that defined history. Drogba wasn't about scoring 30 goals every season. He was about scoring the one that changed everything. By the time he left Chelsea in 2012, Drogba had conquered everything. 164 goals in 381 games, 0.43 goals per game when it mattered most, 4 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, and 1 unforgettable Champions League. But numbers don't capture his true legacy, the fear he planted in defenders before the ball was even kicked. And off the pitch, in 2005, after Ivory Coast qualified for the World Cup, Drogba's plea for peace in the Civil War was so powerful that fighting actually stopped. He wasn't just a striker, he was a warrior, for his team, for his country, for football itself. Was Didier Drogba the most clutch striker in football history? Or was he simply the striker defenders feared the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe to Football Icons, and check out our deep dives on other football legends. Because football has had great scorers, but only one warrior made defenders lose sleep at night: Didier Drogba.